I've given you the first plosive, so let's move on to the second one. Hi, I'm Edwin Palmer. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my classroom. This is the 22nd lesson in my video series on how to speak Swedish like a native Swede. This is free Swedish pronunciation training coming straight to you. In this lesson, I want to practice this Swedish sound, the P sound. I want to practice this sound so that by the end of the lesson you can name and describe this sound. More importantly, you will be able to produce the P sound. Before we start practicing, I want to tell you everything you need to know about the P. Let's start with this. What is a consonant? A consonant is a speech sound which we make by completely or partly stopping the flow of air which we breathe out through the mouth. The P sound is a consonant sound, and we call it the voiceless bilabial stop. This name tells us how we physically want to make this sound. The following 6 things are imperative to know. 1. Its manner of articulation is occlusive, which means we produce the P by obstructing airflow in the vocal tract. Since the consonant is also oral, with no nasal outlet, we block the airflow entirely with our mouths before we release it. 2. Its place of articulation is bilabial, and that means we articulate it with both lips. 3. Its phonation is voiceless, which means we say it without vibrating our vocal cords. 4. It's an oral consonant, and that means we allow air to escape through the mouth only. 5. The central-lateral dichotomy doesn't apply, and that's because we don't produce the sound with airflow over the tongue. 6. The airstream mechanism is pulmonic, which means we articulate it by pushing air solely with the lungs and diaphragm, as in most sounds. So the P is voiceless because we don't use our vocal cords to say it. It's bilabial because we say it using both lips. And it's a stop sound because we stop the airflow with our lips before we release it. Pause the video and try it. P, P, P. In a minute or so, we're gonna do the exercise. But before we do it, I wanna remind you of 2 important things. Number 1, practice this sound in front of a mirror. Because by practicing in front of a mirror, you can check the movements of your mouth as you do the exercise. Number 2, record your own voice when you do the exercise. Because if you do, you can listen to that recording afterward. And when you listen to it, you need to keep 5 things in mind. Did you pronounce the P sound correctly? Did you use the right word stress, the right intonation, duration, and aspiration? What are duration and aspiration? Let's say we have 2 words, kubb and kupp. The duration refers to the length of the vowel sound which precedes the consonant sound. So when we look at cub, the U is a little bit longer than the U in cup. Let's move on to aspiration and take a look at the word peta. Aspiration refers to the adding of a soft h sound after the p when it's followed by a vowel sound. That's why we get aspiration in peta and pub. But we only get aspiration when the p and the following vowel sound are at the beginning of a stressed syllable, whether that's at the beginning of a word or not. So we do not get aspiration in prata, but we do get aspiration in peta and pub. Now it's finally time to do the exercise, and today I want us to pronounce contrastive pairs. Right here I have 20 words which either contain the p or the b sound. All I want you to do is repeat each word after me. So let's go. Word number 1. Bra. Prata. Beta. Peta. Babbla. Pappa. Befästa. Pelikan. Babel. Proper. Liberal. Propeller. Kubb. Kupp. Bob. Pop. Pub. Tupp. Lab. Lapp. I'm sure you did a great job, and it's smart to practice this a couple of times. Can you think of a word which contains the p sound? If you can, I'd love it if you wrote down that word in the comment section below this video. By now, I'm sure you're able to name, describe, and say the p sound. If you want YouTube to notify you that I've uploaded a new lesson in this series, you can subscribe to my channel. And you subscribe to my channel by clicking on the icon of my head as soon as it appears on the screen. And if you want to watch all the lessons in this series, you can do that by clicking on that link as soon as it appears on the screen. Next Friday, I'll be back with a new video in my series on LGBTQ+ related topics. Until then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day, and bye for now.